think it's really important for United Methodists across the state of Louisiana to understand that I didn't make this decision in a vacuum. We consulted with physicians. We looked at the CDC guidelines. We looked at what churches were preparing to do. We consulted with pastors, with business managers. So I didn't make this decision by myself. I really made it in consultation with a lot of people and a lot of information that was available to me. So while people might say, well, the governor said that we could meet, and yes, he did. But we are in a very different place than most of the economy and most of the establishments that are referenced in phase one. I still kind of rely on that first general rule of do no harm. And I really believe that these 2 weeks between now and May 31st will just help us prepare. And by the way, May 31st is Pentecost Sunday. What an incredible day to regather as God's people, if in fact it's responsible at that point to gather as God's people. But I think about these 2 weeks, and it is mind-boggling to begin to even think about what it might look like for us to go back into our sanctuaries for worship. From the 25% occupancy rule that is now in phase one, well, I might know the capacity, 25% of the capacity of my sanctuary, but does that look like when you put people 6 feet apart? And those are just the beginnings of this. What do you do about having enough hand sanitizer, enough masks? Are we ready for that? And I think these 2 weeks are an important time for us to be sure that we're ready, to in fact be able to be hospitable. I mean, that's what we do here. We talk about hospitality and welcoming the stranger and welcoming our people into our churches. And what if your capacity is 200, let's say, at 25%? What do you say to the 201st person coming into the sanctuary? I cannot even begin to fathom especially when I think about reaching out and welcoming the stranger. What do we say to the people that are coming back to church for the first time? Can we do that in a way that's responsible? There's nothing more painful than to say, let's not worship for another 2 weeks. That's not my preference, but I believe it's the right thing to do.